everyone, and welcome back to another video. In this one, I am going to be doing a best class setup as well as a weapon guide for the MADDOX RFB assault rifle here in Black Ops 4 after update 1.16. So that's the thing, guys. The MADDOX assault rifle is a really consistent as well as a very powerful weapon in the game. And it's actually one of my favorite weapons in Black Ops 4. And that's the thing, when I was playing Black Ops 4 this weekend, I messed around with some of my creative classes and I found this really awesome class setup for the MADDOX. So that's how come I want to go ahead and do a weapon guide as well as a best class setup for the weapon in this particular video. Now that's the thing, guys, if you are new to my channel and you don't know what I am going to be covering in this video, and that's at the beginning, I am going to be discussing the MADDOX assault rifle, then I am going to be moving over to a really awesome creative class for the weapon, then of course finally I am going to be talking about a couple of things that you want to know about this creative class before you go ahead and use it, then I will be moving over to a live commentary of me using this particular class setup in Black Ops 4. Also guys, before we get too far into this video, I do want to mention a couple of things, and that's first of all, the gameplay that you are going to be watching is actually a game of TDM here on Nuketown, and in this gameplay I end up going 53-4, very awesome game in my opinion, as well as it was actually quite the fast game, being that overall this TDM game was actually 5.5 minutes long. Also guys, I want to say thank you very much for all the support on my 4-year special video. If you guys actually did not know, on Friday, which was actually April 5th, was actually my 4-year anniversary on YouTube, so I made a pretty special video and you guys really seem to enjoy it, so I want to say thank you very much to anyone that liked the video or commented or just simply watched the video. It's currently sitting at just under 20 likes, which is really awesome for my channel. And if you guys would like to, feel free to go ahead and check out that video. There will be a card on your screen right now. Also guys, let's go ahead and see if we can break 10 likes on this video. That would be absolutely amazing. And yeah guys, now that I got the intro out of the way, let's actually dive right into the video. So of course guys, the first thing that I am going to be talking about, and that's going to be discussing the MADDOX assault rifle. Now that's the thing, the MADDOX is actually the last assault rifle that you unlock in the game, being that you unlock the MADDOX at level 52. The MADDOX is actually a bullpup assault rifle that has consistent damage, a high fire rate, as well as moderate recoil. Overall, the MADDOX assault rifle is a very consistent weapon in the game, and if you were to use this weapon, it actually excels at those close to medium ranges. And from my experience with this particular weapon, you can actually outgun submachine gun players at close range, which is absolutely ridiculous. And because of that reason, a lot of pro Call of Duty players actually use this weapon. Now that's the thing, if you are going to be using this weapon and you try to take out enemies at those longer ranges, you can still effectively do it. However, since the recoil on the weapon isn't as low as something like the Rampart 17, the KM57, or the ICR, it's going to be a little bit tricky to take out those enemies at longer ranges. However, if you can control your recoil as well as you make sure to actually tap fire the weapon, you can take them out quite effectively. So of course guys, now I am going to be moving over to the creative class portion of this video, and guys, as you can see, the creative class is going to be on your screen right now. So of course we are going to be using the MADDOX RFB assault rifle with that dark matter camo. Now that's the thing, when I make my class setups, I try to have a good mix between perks as well as attachments. However, for this particular class setup, I want to go ahead and try something a little bit different, and that is, as you guys can see, of course, I decided to load up my MADDOX with 5 different attachments. I'm actually only going to be using one perk. I will get to that a little bit later in this video. So of course, talking a little bit more about this creative class, our first attachment is going to be an elo sight, and that's just because I'm not a huge fan of the iron sights on this particular weapon, so that's how come we are going to be using an elo sight. Now, if you guys want to go ahead and actually use a red dot sight, feel free to go ahead and do so. It really just comes down to your own personal preference. Moving over to our second as well as third attachment, we are going to be using quick draw as well as quick draw 2, and that's just because when you actually have quick draw as well as quick draw 2 on the MADDOX, you can very easily snap onto opponents, which is really useful. So that's how come we are going to be using quick draw 1 and 2. Moving over to our third attachment, we are going to be using fast mags, and that's just because I noticed that the reload speed on this particular weapon is a little bit slow. So with that in mind, that's how come we are going to be using fast mags in its stock, and just so that way we can maneuver as well as sidestep a little bit faster when we are going to be using this weapon. And then for our gear, we are going to be using stim shot, and then for the only perk that we are going to be using, and that is of course going to be scavenger, just so that way we do not run out of ammunition. So yeah guys, that's going to be it for the creative class portion of this video. Now I am going to be talking about a couple things that you want to know about this creative class before you go ahead and use it. So yeah guys, as mentioned a little bit earlier in this video, the MADDOX is a very consistent as well as versatile weapon in the game. With that in mind, when you are going to be using this weapon, try to stick to those close to medium range engagements, because that's where this weapon excels. Now that's the thing, when you are going to be using this weapon, as well as more specifically this class setup, you can actually use this weapon kind of like you're using a submachine gun in many cases, as well as try to aim for the upper body as well as the head if you really want to excel using this weapon. So yeah yeah guys, that's going to be it for the weapon guide portion of this video. So now I am going to be transitioning over to a live commentary of me using this particular class setup in Black Ops 4. So yeah guys, enjoy the live commentary. So of course, hello everyone and welcome to the live commentary portion of this video. So of course, as you can see, this is the creative class that we are going to be using, and of course, I'm actually going to be using Dark Matter camo. I'm not gonna lie, Dark Matter camo actually looks really awesome on the MADDOX assault rifle, so that's how come of course I am going to be using it. So yeah guys, now that I got the intro out of the way, I will see you when I join up into my first game. Alright guys, so as you can see, we are going to be joining up into our first game, and this time we are going to be playing a game of TDM here on Payload. And there we go, that's actually our first kill. Now that's the thing, I actually joined up a little bit late into this particular game, however, it was actually only about 30 seconds, so it's not too big of a deal. And there we go, we actually just got our second kill. And there's another one. Alright, so starting off this particular game, we're actually doing pretty well.
Obsolete.
Alright, there we go. Now we just got our UAV as well as a counter UAV, so let's go ahead and throw them up in the air. Alright, so I'm getting a little bit nervous over here, and that's just because I'm not completely sure where the enemy team is going to be. And there we go, we're actually on a Bloodthirsty. Because that's the thing, the enemy team actually destroyed my UAV as well as my counter UAV. Wait a second. Alright, so we ended up dying, however, it's not too big of a deal. We're actually on a Bloodthirsty to start off the game, so that's actually pretty good. Now, that's the thing. The spawns were actually getting a little bit weird over there. Where I was, the spawns actually flipped back, so that means the enemy team were actually going to be spawning all around me. But it's not too big of a deal. I actually just got my Tempest.
Kill.
Alright, there we go. That's another kill. So right now, it looks like they're going to be spawning over here. So we gotta be careful that I don't end up getting sniped. However, I do have my Tempest.
Confirming kill.
Alright, there we go. That's actually a nice double kill. I'll definitely take that.
Enemy down. Crash spotted.
Alright, there we go. That was actually a nice double kill. Alright guys, so of course that's going to be our first game, and I'm going 32-10. Not really the greatest score, however, pretty decent for my first game, and I will definitely take it. So yeah guys, that's of course going to be our first game. I will see you guys in game number 2. Alright guys, so of course as you can see, we are going to be joining up into our second game, and this time I'm going to be switching it up a little bit, and that is now I am going to be playing a game of Kill Confirmed here on Icebreaker. So let's go ahead and see exactly how well we can do in this game. And yeah guys, something that's pretty interesting, and that is, it is possible that tomorrow, at the time me making this video, Black Ops 4 update 1.17 is going to be releasing, which I think would be really cool if update 1.17 released, because that's the thing, a lot of people have been getting a little bit bored of Black Ops 4 because honestly there hasn't really been that much content added into the game recently, so I think it would be really awesome if they added in update 1.17. And for update 1.17, I think it would be really cool if they added in the DLC Sniper, because that's the thing, if you actually did not know, it's been found in the game files that there is actually going to be a new DLC Sniper. The DLC Sniper has not been added into the game. It's been added into Zombies, which is pretty interesting, however, it's not been added into multiplayer yet. So personally, I think it would be really awesome if the new DLC Sniper were to be added into the game, as well as it would be really awesome if they added in the party game modes, because that's the thing, with Operation Grand Heist, there are actually going to be some new party game modes being added into the game. One of them is actually Prop Hunt, as well as the other one is Infected, and so far, we haven't seen either of them, so I think it would be really awesome if it were added into the game. I'm a huge fan of Infected. I played all the iterations of Infected, as well as of course Prop Hunt is going to be a lot of fun. We first saw that in Modern Warfare Remastered. However, that's the thing, even if those modes are not going to be added in tomorrow, we still know that we are going to be seeing them very shortly, because that's the thing, it is crazy to think about. However, Operation Grand Heist is actually coming to a close, being that the new operation is actually going to be coming out at the end of April, which is pretty crazy to think about, because at the time me making this video, it is actually April 8th. Alright guys, so of course that's where I'm going to be ending off this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like on it down below, as well as make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so that way you guys will not miss new upload from me. So yeah guys, that's going to be it for this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.